truth science.
As well as the standard fair use policy, these videos are protected under the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787.
Moors are awake. We are taking our place on this planet.
Islam Moors.
My nationality is Moorish.
You want to play it?
Edward Frank Tom 6944.
Playing G7 mile.
Sometimes.
I'm full up.
Pull up some more. Pull up some more. Fucking dumbass.
Radio 630.
What about that shit? Anything?
Well, scared.
Yes, sir. If y'all would start for Rouge Park, West Parkway, West Chicago, West Parkway, West Chicago.
What's going on, boss man? How you doing today?
Pretty good.
All right, so two things. You can't have that plate cover on your license plate like that.
Excuse me?
You can't have the plate cover on the license plate.
I'm Moorish American.
What's that?
Moorish American.
What does that mean?
That means you have no jurisdiction over me. But keep going. Keep
You also have no insurance on the vehicle.
I'm Moorish American.
Okay, let me get the license registration.
Okay, I don't have license or registration.
You got an
I'm telling
ID?
you I'm Moorish American.
You got an ID?
I have a Moorish American card.
Okay, let me get some with your name on it.
So because this jackass is a Moorish American, he doesn't need to have a license or registration on his vehicle. Which also means his car isn't insured, I guess, because, once again, he's a Moorish American. I can't believe there are people out here that are actually this dumb.
My name is Grayson-Bey.
Any weapons in the car? So let me get your ID.
That's my ID.
Sir.
I don't have ID.
You want me to
call your commander. Call your chief.
All right, I've been through this before, man. Okay, I'll call him. Your car coming with me, though.
Right here. Inform him who I am.
Can you roll it down a little more so I can talk to you?
You talking right now.
Okay, can you roll it down a little bit more?
I'm talking to you right here.
All right, look, man. So you're in a motor vehicle, right?
The neighborhood police officer.
I know.
No, we are neighborhood police officers.
We're not neighborhood police
We're not
officers.
neighborhood police officers.
Oh, they not neighborhood police.
We're police officers.
That's why you probably don't
That's
know
right.
them. It's officers. What is that?
Flannel.
Flannel.
Flowers and
Averson.
I guess they new to the neighborhood. But I have
Not really.
gave them notices up there when you work at, and they know who I am. So I don't understand why they trying to charge me a tax. And I'm not getting out of my vehicle.
Okay.
Now, what
You got
wanna
a license? No, I don't want to talk. I'm talking to you.
You hear everything.
That's fine. She can listen then. Okay, I'm trying to talk to you. Is that okay?
I don't want to take a tax. That's the issue.
I understand. I understand. So you have your license on you?
No.
You have
I just gave you my information.
Right.
Where's
But it's
You're not coming up in the system,
It's not
sir.
coming up. So I'm
Well,
asking.
give my card back.
Do you have an ID?
Give my traveler's card back.
That's over this one.
Okay, go get my traveler's card. I'm a traveler's card. No, I have no ID with me. I told them who I was too.
And it's not coming back. That's why we're trying to get your state ID.
That's their issue then. It ain't coming back.
What's your middle name?
Grayson-Bey.
You don't have a middle name?
Grayson-Bey.
You don't have a middle name?
Grayson-Bey. Grayson-Bey. Please give me my traveler's card back.
Sir, I keep telling you it's not coming back. Are you going to give us an ID or no?
No. You give me my traveler's card. I don't have ID. I gave you my ID. I break my window. I'm suing y'all.
Who was that on the phone? Who was that on the phone?
This is your commander.
Okay, let me see. I'll talk to
No,
her.
it's not the
Oh, I'm sorry, this is the neighborhood cop officer.
Who was that?
But hold on. That's the neighborhood.
Yes, who is this?
Officer Reed. I work for Harold.
Reed? Reed, do you know this guy?
You understand what Moorish American is?
No.
Has nothing to do with what we want to.
We on 7 Mile and Plainview. All right.
My badge is 230, man.
Because I don't have time for this.
All right. Well, she on her way.
Okay, good.
Jesus Christ, bro.
You're actually on Westmoreland, not Plainview.
Yeah, I just went over there and changed it.
I love you.
I don't
You're my
have
expert.
Wesley with
So
me.
where's he at?
This gold one right here.
Okay. These are my experts. Is the plate good?
No, it's, the plate's good,
Alright,
but it
green light,
ain't
I'm
got no
dropping you on the ticket
insurance.
as well.
How you doing, sir? I'm Corporal Dovas with Detroit City Police Department. Good. How you doing, sir? So what's going on today?
It's not what we said.
That's the reason why he pulled me over. They did a U-turn.
Yes, sir.
Alright, 82, I see
You guys have no jurisdiction. I usually don't even take you guys to court.
873.
I just want to hear what happened today. I get your report. I just want to hear what's going on today.
Okay, they just did a U-turn. I guess they want to give me a ticket.
No, they're on a traffic stop.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Vehicle doesn't show
Pursuant to
so.
Michigan Code, MCL code, you need a valid Michigan driver's
One and
license.
green light 2 out there with them.
I understand that.
57's creeping around the corner.
Okay, well that doesn't give you. If
Okay,
you're,
sounds good.
okay, I'll hear you, and then I want you to hear me, so we're not talking over each other. So let me hear you.
Just one of those sovereign citizen types.
Give me a ticket and put me in Grace and make good and fine. I ain't gonna put no.
Okay, good on secure.
He can do that and send me on my way. And that way, y'all ain't gotta be looking like y'all about to shoot.
Take 57.
Ain't nobody shooting up
Guns
nothing,
out here,
man.
and I don't.
Brother, this is all being
Put it in
recorded.
Grace. Give me the ticket and let me go by my.
Can you hear about me now? Can you hear about me
too.
for the sum of $3 million? Is that what it says? That's usually what you guys
Okay,
say.
gotcha.
Okay, so do you want to hear me now? Do you want to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I heard everything you said. I understand you identify as a Moorish citizen. The great state of Michigan, okay, you need a valid driver's license.
Stop cutting him off. You wanna
Okay,
let him
I'm gonna talk one more time. If you cut me off, I'm gonna impound your car, and then you can federally sue me for that too, okay? So hear me out, okay?
Like I said, I have no problem with Detroit. You guys are great to me.
Okay, so can I talk now? Okay, excellent. So, in the state of Michigan, if you're on state roadways, alleys, or highway, you need a valid Michigan driver's license, not a Moorish. You also need a valid Michigan registration. You need valid Michigan insurance. Okay, do you have any of them items? Okay, no, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Okay, so if you don't have any of them, we're going to ticket you and we're going to impound the vehicle. Well, that's not, that's, you don't make the rules, I do. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Huh? We don't want that to happen today unless it gets to that point. Okay. 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 Excellent. Okay, get back to the story. Okay. Yep. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are, sir.
This is a citation.
It is. It is.
Citation. Well, whatever the case.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I hope it all works out for you. But in this situation, listen, in this situation, listen.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are to write that ticket.
Listen, that's fine. That's fine. You are in violation. You're absolutely right. You are in violation. So, the 8th precinct, sir. Corporal Dovas, badge 7-3. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do to finish this up, man. So if you don't want to give me a valid driver's license, valid registration, or insurance, you will receive some tickets and we will impound your car. So you make your decision. I need some ID and some registration things.
That's it right there.
Okay, it's not a valid driver. It's an identification card. It should say driver's license. So, what do you want to do?
I want you to give me them tickets so I can go and handle my business.
Okay, so are you going to give me identification, registration,
Hey, can you put the vehicle in the cab?
registration or insurance?
Can you put the vehicle in the
Registration or
cab?
insurance?
Can you?
Okay,
I'm
why
not
don't you
doing
drop the car in the cab and we'll roll a tow? Okay. Will you pull the car up in front of his car so you don't pick up? Okay. So that's it. Hurry up, Guardiola. All right, drop it in there, and then did you issue him tickets off of this? Run them in lean?
He's not coming up.
Okay. So they usually use fake names, so Grayson-Bey is a fake name because they're all Bays. Every Moorish citizen I've ever had is a Bay.
We did this. I'm not gonna
And that's fake. Okay, that's fake. Your birth name. What's your birth name? What's your birth name?
It's actually mind-blowing that in this day and age, these Moorish sovereign citizens still believe that this nonsense works. They still believe that if they pay $50 and get a travel card, now all of a sudden laws don't apply and they can just do whatever they want. It's ridiculous because there is video after video after video showing that none of that nonsense works. It is all fake and fictitious. All you are doing is wasting your money.
Radio 63.
Well, believe it, because I'm giving you every opportunity in the world to give me what you need.
Yes, sir. I spoke to the complainant. She said that the people were escalating, and for fear of her own personal safety, she just changed locations, and she's just going to chalk it up to the law. She's at Joint Spinoza, and she doesn't want to see an officer, but she's away from those people from the original location.
All you gotta do is give us an ID.
Okay. So, Mr. Morris, Mr. Bey, do you want your vehicle impounded or do you want to give me what I'm asking for? Okay. Now listen, Mr. Bey, what we're going to do moving forward is we are going to take you out of the car and take you to jail for obstructing. Okay. Okay, we'll sign you as a John Doe. That's okay. We take John Does in the state of Michigan. So, do you want to go to jail? That's your next step.
I want to go to jail.
Just give us an ID or
I know ID, man. I'm telling you who I am.
You're not. This is a fake name.
I have to stand on who I am.
This is a fake name.
I have to stand on who I am.
This is a
I'm
fake name.
who I am.
This is a fake name. What's your birth name?
Radio 61,
What's your
your
birth
status
name?
for Plymouth.
It's not. You weren't born. This is getting confiscated too.
It's been taken before I got it back.
This is getting confiscated too.
Okay, got it.
Oh man, I'm that jurisdiction. I learned from that, and I separated from it.
Did you drop the car in the cab?
I have to stay on my word.
Okay, cool.
On my word.
Okay. Well, my word, I gotta stand on mine too, because I'm a sworn police officer.
Okay, you need a flatbed or straight tow for that Cadillac.
So we got a tow coming. Do you really want this towed?
Okay, flatbed, gotcha.
I have to stand on my word.
Me too. I'm a sworn officer to uphold the law, man. I'm gonna hold up on mine too.
It is explained to me who I am.
No, you don't.
This is me on this side.
Okay.
You
Here we
are
go
the
with that.
legions trying to charge me a tax. I don't pay. I'm telling you, you have to know who you are. I'm not a
You're
black
gonna go to
American.
jail, Mr. Bey.
I have to stand on who I am. I'm sorry, but I have to stand on
811, you said it was
You know what's awesome? We got a supervisor here that's gonna verify everything that we're saying.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm sending the request now.
You roll out your windows so I can speak to you?
Man, I have to stand on who I am, man. They trying to tell me I'm not who I am. I gave them ID and who I am, and it's still, you know.
Some words.
I have to stand Moorish Americans.
They're all that name.
I can't go against
I've dealt with maybe 20
I
that
can't stand on that. That's somebody that know who I am.
This is not a driver's license.
It doesn't. I'm telling you who I am. I'm traveling. I'm not even driving. I'm traveling.
You're driving.
I'm going to point. Hey, y'all hindering me from traveling, man.
No.
Come on, man.
All right, sir. You've been advised.
Yeah, man.
You can step out of the vehicle right now, or you're going to go to jail for obstruction.
You can record all you want, sir. We are too, but you will step out of this car, sir. And if you give us any problem, you will go to jail for obstructing a lawful order of a police officer. Sir, you heard me. You heard me.
This is your final warning. You've been advised.
Oh man, I can't give up my vehicle. Man, come on, I can't do that. You know, I just
Give me the word to break the window and pull them out.
Man, I can't do that.
Okay. All right. Anybody got a baton? So we're gonna break the window.
Step out the car right now.
I can't, man, come on, man. I have to stand on who I am, man.
You hear this, idiot? You see what you done caused, man? Sir, you are clearly the cause of this because you refuse to properly identify yourself. You know darn well that Grayson-Bey, or whatever the heck that card says, that is not your name. That is just some name that you chose to put on that internet purchase travel card that you got from a fake Moorish government. None of that stuff absolves you from following the laws. Sir, you definitely need to go to jail because you need to learn a hard lesson.
I'm serious. I have to stand on who I am, man.
And me too. I'm a sworn officer to uphold the Constitution of America and the civil laws, which you're breaking.
I'm telling you, man, y'all wrong for this.
Okay. Final warning, because I'm going to break the window.
Everything. All places do to law. Don't touch my vehicle, man.
Alright, 11, I've ordered you towed, and I'm giving you full.
My piece to go away. She know me. I'm the one who's on these
who's going to be standing by for the tow?
Come on, man. As Moorish, y'all two Moorish Americans that y'all even know who y'all
Listen, you can still save yourself, sir, in your vehicle.
We ain't figured it out yet. We still have the car. You can pick up your car later on.
Okay, well, I'll give everybody full, and you'll just let me know.
You got two options.
I don't want to get shot or tased. I don't want none of that stuff, man.
Step out of the car.
I just want to go over my day.
Listen to my sergeant. Listen to my sergeant.
Listen.
The vehicle doesn't even belong to him. It says a female.
That's my wife. What are you talking about? I got to walk her up here. If we do that,
you can pick up.
You got to come out though.
You know what?
You got the window breaker? We're about to break the window.
Hold on. I don't want no issue.
Step out the car.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Listen, I will tell you this right now. You step out. Let me speak. If you step out of the car, you will let your wife come get your vehicle. But you have to step out of the car.
That's being recorded, so there it is. We're not going to wait for all that.
No, I got to call her and let her know.
The event happened.
Okay, step out.
Elliot.
Back up, give him some room.
Come on, sir.
I'm going to back up some of my officers for you, but you got to step out.
Come on, sir.
Cars 8 volunteering 16,005 Schoolcraft. That's 16005. Schoolcraft, you have an unknown problem.
Just us two.
Officers, her ex-boyfriend and landlord are at the location. Nothing else is listed.
No one's going to hurt you, sir.
Hello? 7 miles. And
Hey,
I'm
look.
telling them who I am and I don't want...
Listen, just step out the car. I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to you, bro.
Listen, when they said she gonna come get my vehicle.
There you
Okay, if they say they gonna let her get the vehicle, they gonna let her get the
Okay,
vehicle. But you gotta step out the car.
Yes, sir, I'm stepping out.
We on 7 Mile in Westmoreland.
Now, like I said, I want them shooting me and doing anything.
I ain't gonna let them do none of that to you, brother.
The car's on Westmoreland and 7 Mile. I'm turning my vehicle off, okay?
Okay.
I'm stepping out.
Okay.
I'm trusting in you.
I got you.
I don't want
relax.
no issue.
Man, ain't nobody else gonna touch you.
Thank you.
Come on.
Please.
Stay step away from me.
Right.
Stay step away from me.
I'm not. No, he gonna probably need you. He could probably do it in his vehicle.
Just us, man. Just us. That's fine. It's just us. I'm going to check you for weapons for my safety and yours.
Please.
I got you.
My officer right there is going to do it.
Yeah. You get down like that, man.
I got you, brother, man. We want to respect you for who you are, but we deserve the same respect. You feel me?
Right.
Cool.
I had to make sure I'm safe.
811, you've got Detroit Auto
So you
Recovery
know,
coming to you.
it's still recording.
Okay.
Everything's being on camera.
Right here, is recording.
Okay.
I'll put my hands up here with you.
Right. Okay. Now, like I said, I ain't got no beef with none of y'all. You seem to have an issue with me with my plate, and I told you that's my national flag. And that's all. That's why you say
We just got your bus for about maybe 15 minutes ago, and the mileage was
Put my hands right where you
46.839.
y'all don't. I don't want to look.
46839. Alright, gotcha.
Y'all got guns. What do you want? Say it.
Okay.
And
So we can
are you
y'all
guys
around
around
me.
the
I'm
state
scared.
Sir, I'll tell you what we want and what's going to
Alright,
happen.
gotcha.
Okay? Today, what's going to happen?
Radio 84 status on your paper?
A couple civil infractions.
Oh, yeah, I said give me that and I can get you.
We'll get you the court date. We'll get you everything.
And that's
every
what it
single
could have
piece of
been.
information you
You
need.
want to take my vehicle?
Listen, brother.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
brother. Hey, shake my hand. There we go. I'm Joel. All right. Okay, my first name. All right. Grayson-Bey.
And it's not a fake name.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna issue you some citations. Okay. Unfortunately, since you failed to provide me any paperwork for the car,
She coming with it.
Okay. If that happens before my tow gets here, we'll relinquish the car to your wife.
All right, thank you, sir.
I know, get up here. Show your ID so they know it's yours.
Okay, listen. If she brings the proper paperwork to the vehicle, we can work around a tow and release the vehicle to your wife. If not, the vehicle will be impounded. Okay.
I said Westmoreland is 7 miles.
Since you stepped out of the car, since you stepped out of the car, you will not be going to jail for obstruction. Okay. We're gonna make that known right now. You're not going to jail right now. Okay. But if she fails to bring us paperwork, the vehicle will be impounded. Okay. All right. So,
tickets for the.
what was your birth name?
Excuse me, Grayson-Bey.
It was not.
It's Grayson-Bey.
Be honest.
I have to go back. I have to. I can't. Look. You have to understand. You have to understand my position.
Yes, sir.
It's not like I can't lie to you. It's like it's a fraud.
I want to educate me.
The way I've been taught, it's a fraud. So we have to distinguish all of it. You know what I'm saying? I had to go with my nationality.
So you had to distinguish the American flag. Right.
That's a trading flag. I can't.
Voluntary 6325 Evergreen for
born under what name? Grayson-Bey.
You weren't born under that name because that's your new name. You relinquished your one name. So what was the relinquished name then?
Yes, sir. Morris, you know me. Yes, sir. Y'all.
How come you never introduced me to yourself as being Morris? All the time we talked over there.
I was your captain.
No. Negative. Every time I talked to you never told me you was Morris.
But I told you the first time. Remember? I remember the first time I told you about the dog incident.
About the dog incident? You never introduced yourself as Morris.
I'm sorry. I've been trying to communicate with you. I'm sorry.
Run the VIN.
I gave you one Grayson-Bey.
She's coming up to
She's coming up here.
Came back to the car. If you wait for a ticket for allowing unlicensed driver to drive,
it's the one that pulled me over there.
Let's find out who he is.
This Moorish sovereign citizen is still being uncooperative. These cops are being too nice. Sir, your born name, the name your mother named you, was not Grayson-Bey. I don't know why these officers aren't just hauling his ass off to jail just because he's still being difficult. This is ridiculous.
Write her a ticket right now for allowing unlicensed driver.
That's not why I got pulled over.
That way at least something's on
I got pulled over for the plate number. It's in the window.
I want you know how to print them out right now?
That's why I can't
print out.
Nothing to do with that flag.
I'm saying you can print out the white. Don't I got to delete all these to go to the run the VIN. Okay. Whoever's name's on the VIN, cut that person ticket for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive around. Okay. That way something's on.
Let me talk to you.
I'm sorry.
Sir, come here.
Come on now, man.
Listen.
I ain't gonna do all that.
Oh, okay.
Damn,
okay, it's 10 toes.
Why y'all doing all that?
Then it's 10 toes.
Listen, you already gave the name.
Man, J-A-V-A-A-R. J-A-V-A-A-R. I'm doing it, man. Because like I said,
He's just a videoer that's watching like
I know. Hey, they got another ID for the vehicle. And I want to let her come and get my vehicle. I know, that's what I'm saying.
You gave us your name, give us the date. When did we can just be on that? Okay, but you
more person on hold the U.S. Constitution.
I'm actually trying to. Man. I don't, man.
I like you too. I like it.
Man, I got Southfield hard.
Okay.
I got them hard.
I hope it works out for you.
It's gonna work out.
Because if they did something wrong, I hope it works out.
That same ID, like you talking about.
I hope it works out for you. Because if they did something wrong, I hope it works out for you. But you're in Detroit dealing with the real police.
Y'all my people. No, y'all ain't the real. Y'all my people. You gotta understand.
I got it.
Understand who I am.
You swore to oath. You swore to oath. No, not U.S. Constitution.
I'm sorry.
Not the Moorish Constitution, but U.S. Constitution.
Today is Friday, but I do wear fez, and it's not on my head today. I don't know if you cats do it in your own personal time or how y'all handle it, but that's who I am. And I have to stand on that when I was just being nice by saying that.
Okay. Thank you for being nice.
Sir, What in the doohickey are you talking about?
We're gonna get this resolved.
You ain't scared, bro.
I am scared. I'm feel comfortable because y'all
confirm your last four yourself.
Excuse me. Oh man, see y'all doing too much. Give me the ticket.
Stop.
We can't until we know who you are.
You know who I am.
We don't. You're not coming up the system.
I just told you my name, man. Come on, man. Let me.
So confirm that.
No. He needs you to walk over there.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Listen, okay. Listen. This is stop. This is coming from me. If you don't give your right name, stop. You don't give your right name, you get locked up.
Grayson. I spelled it. Didn't I spell it for you?
Grayson. Okay.
I spelled it for you.
Last four of your social.
You don't need all that. Man, I just gave you what you need. Man, you're doing too much.
We can pull it anyway. Just
there you go.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
But do it, man. Come on, man. What's the issue?
The issue is you're not coming up and we're trying to verify your information.
This dude is acting like a straight up child. He should be ashamed of himself when he sees this video.
Anyway, look, I gave enough. Usually, look,
that ain't enough.
I done had, look, I done been through that. I done been arrested some more. I've been arrested before, and I am.
Okay,
well, that's what I'm saying. It should
you
be.
know what?
It's
a holiday.
SID number?
Hey, it's a holiday weekend.
SID number? You know a SID number?
No.
What's your social security number that you were born with?
Just want your last four. We got it pulled up. We have it.
There you go, then. There you go. He just said it.
All right, man. You know what? I got the keys.
No, she coming.
No, we're done. This is getting towed. We're done with this.
Hey, what's the verification?
Oh, that's all you wanted?
That's all you needed?
Step back. Yeah.
I know.
Step back over there. Stay right here in front of the camera.
Oh, cut me some slack.
No. Hey, listen, you stop. You moving too much for me, okay?
I know. I'm sorry. Let me go. Man, look. Okay, y'all trying to get her to pull up and get the vehicle, but y'all can, you see what I'm saying? Oh man. Oh, come on, man. Let it happen, man. Come on. I know. See what I'm saying? Come on. I just told him. I just told him.
You not touching.
Man,
You not touching.
I'm not touching. Oh. Man, she. Come on, man. Let her come up here and get it, man. Please, y'all. Please, man.
What was last four?
You're dancing around.
5 4 or something.
All right, go ahead, wait over there.
Over there, sir. In front of the vehicle, right here. Come on. Over here in front of the vehicle.
Pull up. He pulling up now.
Right here in front of the vehicle. I don't care. Sit there, right there.
She's pulling up, man. I know. And I'm sorry. I know. Here they come now, man.
Hang on. So for the duration of this,
I know. I'm sorry,
man. You're doing way too much. Okay, stop, or these handcuffs are going to go on sideways.
Right, okay.
See, you already got it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to stay calm.
You're just doing too much for my liking.
I was just trying to, man, by the time she got here, man.
All right, come with me.
That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 1 second. All right, we're just going to sit you in here until you come, until this is settled.
Right, all right, thank you, man. Like I said, man, I just want to
scooch in. Scooch all the way in. Scooch all the way in. All right. Jesus. That was way too much. There you go. You got the other side, right? Way too much.
Stand by while you stand. Stuff, you know. On a well-being check.
And prostitute.
You do realize that I probably was going to advise you, right?
But I still have to stick on who I am, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's been my position.
No, I get you, but it's all going to be a voice.
You got 3. You got 1 for no insurance, 1 for no license, 1 for license plate coverage. And then your wife got 1 for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive the vehicle.
Who, her?
She got 1 for allowing an unlicensed person.
Now, after the facts, you're going to have to go tell the judge why you got that ticket and it took so long to figure it out.
Oh,
well, you just told her straight up, she wouldn't have got one. She can go to the judge. I got it. All that. You got to start cops car.
What's up?
No, sir.
Who's that?
Is that your stuff?
Yeah, I'm waiting on my traveler's card.
Traveler's card? No, that's going on evidence.
No, y'all can't take my traveler's card.
You sure can.
You sure? You say who has it?
I don't know.
Is it going to evidence?
Yes, it is.
It has to be booked to evidence.
It's going on evidence.
Go ahead and grab your phone, son.
I have that. somebody threw another set of keys.
These? Does it go with the vehicle?
Yeah, that's me.
That'll go with the vehicle.
No, that's my you tear down my car. Hold up.
Hey,
first of all, I'm sorry. That's my car. Hold up.
No, that's not your car.
Oh, that's somebody else's.
That's your wife's vehicle. It's in her name.
Oh no, this is what she got. That's to another vehicle. You gotta get that.
This ain't to this one?
Yeah, no. Where she at? Take that to her if you feel like that. You're pulling keys out my shit, man. Give me my keys.
I think Dover's got the other set. That one goes there, but I think Dover's got the other set.
Oh, she got
this one go to this one?
Yeah, but
that one goes to that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They already gave it.
I'm sorry.
Otherwise, they're gonna break your shit towing.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So it'll be with the vehicle. Okay.
Right. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, you're good to go now. You got your tickets.
I updated the wife on what's happening, so it's her fault.
It's a shame we got to do all this.
That's why I told her we didn't have to be all this to the wife. He caused all this by all the lying, confusion, not coming out, this entire time.
She goes, watch her. I don't know what she's doing or what she's doing.
Yeah, the key has all the house keys are going with you, but the key to the Escalade is coming with us.
Okay, what impound you picking?
811. You got any information for me?
Detroit Auto Recovery coming to you. They should be pulling up any second.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
You want to know the worst part about this? I'm about to write this man.
You just gonna
I was about to advise him. I was about to be like, because I get this plate cover all the time. People get confused on it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna pull over. I'm let him buy this window tint. You only allow for it. I'm gonna advise him about this plate. That was it.
We went through all that first.
I was just gonna tell him, like, bro.
The slack is you're not going to jail for disobeying the lawful order of a police officer.
I'm just going out the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all waiting for her to get here. That's
why did you do this in the first damn place instead of doing this mortar stuff? You should have been honest.
Stand on that once again.
But you ain't standing 100% because you're still holding the Michigan ID, so you ain't 100% more.
You free to leave, sir.
After all of that, this jackass actually has a Michigan driver's license. Just like the officer said, that means you're not standing 100% on none of your Moorish stuff if you still have your driver's license, a real one. So you didn't go through with the full sovereign citizen return the license back to sender nonsense. This dude is a complete idiot, and he's clearly a grown child.
You ain't 100%. You still got a Michigan license.
Hold up. I got you.
You're good to go, sir.
I have to identify who I am. I have to get stuff out of there. Let me get stuff.
We'll do an inventory. It'll be documented. And you can
I need my registration out of here.
It'll be in the vehicle.
Yeah, she got it right.
At this point, you're good to go.
And that's supervision saying that.
So, I suggest you do so.
Or else you would leave in the backseat. Thank you. Have a great day.
I love your girlfriend.
I'm so glad I called you.
Let's call the city of Detroit versus, we already called the Javaar Tyrone Grayson matter. Let's go back on the record with Javaar Tyrone Grayson. Mr. Morgan, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit.
Truth Science appearing on behalf of YouTube.
Okay. We have a situation here where Mr. All right, we have a situation here where Mr. Javaar Tyrone Grayson has a jury trial set for tomorrow. And what I wanted to go over with the court, now this is Grayson-Bey, let me get that correct. Mr. Grayson-Bey, I did receive the documentations that you had? He has a table of contents here. He has a declaration of nationality, legal notice, declaration of nationality, name correction, proclamation, public and publication, judicial notice and proclamation to all elected United States Republic office and public servant of federal, state, city, and municipal governments, personnel, and corporate entities concerning the Constitution and all statutory and civil law codes of the land, know all men, etc. Know all men be these present. Grayson-Bey, one. See, let me strike that. I, Grayson-Bey, being duly affirmed, standing squarely, declare and proclaim upon divine law, naturals law, universal law, Moorish birthrights, international law, and constitutional law, declare and say, I being previously identified by the Union States Society of North America USA under the colorable warship name Javaar Grayson, do hereby refute the fraud, semicolon. Make public and publish my corrected national name, declare and affirm my true proper person status, and reclaim my rightful social and cultural life of the state, semicolon. In accord with my ancestral Moorish nation of Northwest Amaxims.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but it's pronounced Amexim. Northwest Amexim. Don't get it twisted.
North America acknowledging my birthrights, period. Having lawfully and legally obtained and proclaimed my nationality and birthright name and title, semicolon. I strike that in harmony with, in association with, and in accord with divine law, the customs and the laws, period, rules and usages of the Zodiac Constitution, semicolon, being aboriginal and indigenous and bound to the North American continent by heritage, by primogeniture, by birthright, by natural birth, semicolon, by freehold, and by inheritance, period. Declare for the public record, I am entering, strike that, I am returning to the European cognomen and fictitious misnomer back to the colonial processors of its pedigree, period. I am not rightfully declaring, publishing, and proclaiming my own free national name, affirming my actual, rightful, and civil in full life status, conjoined to my ancestors, Moorish American consanguine pedigree and national honor, semicolon. Let it be declared, known, published, and resolved that I am Grayson-Bey in proper persona sui juris.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I hate to keep interrupting you, but it's pronounced propria persona sui juris. do not mess up the Moorish speech. This is very important that this man gets his nationality proclamation statement on the record.
Being in my own proper person by birthright, semicolon, I am Moorish. I'm not going to continue to read the rest of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well said, though. Thank you.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
Just a declaration of my nationality, Your Honor. Thank you, though. Well said, though.
First and foremost, I can't believe that this Moorish sovereign citizen actually sent that ridiculous statement to court. And I also can't believe that the judge actually sat there and read that garbage. It meant absolutely nothing. And it's crazy how you can see the smile on that Moorish American's face. He is proud of that proclamation statement. These people are so lost, it's not even funny.
Okay, so in how, what am I supposed to take of this? You know, are you saying you're not American?
I'm Moorish American from the land of Exuma, Turtle Island. The issue is the corporation of United States, and that's the issue. And I'm under a natural law as Grayson-Bey. I'm in natural form now as a man. And yeah, I mean, you said it excellent. You pronounce things perfectly. Yeah, but that's my nationality.
Right, so let's get to this.
Once again, I did proclaim that the court didn't have jurisdiction over me. That's where we were at.
All right,
over jurisdiction.
And I had you sit in on this, Mr. Let's say, let me stop for a matter, stop the record. Ms. Tucker, are you ready on Mr. Greer or not? You're not.
No, Your Honor, I need to speak whenever Prosecutor Morgan gets a chance, if he can come in the breakout room.
With Mr. Greer and you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morgan.
Judge, I'll meet him in the breakout room. For this matter, you know, Miss Snyder I guess she's assigned and she's going to be handling this matter. You said it's set for jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was this, because I mean, I'm prepared to rule on some of this without even a jury trial. The only matter that I was really is the false name issue, which is what probably I'll let a jury decide on that, because this other stuff, that's why I had you on. It was an opportunity. These were things that were filed, that he had filed. And I don't know if you've read them or had a response, or I know you probably haven't, but your office. It says, notice to all law enforcement, nationals or citizens are not required to show identification to a police officer. So what I'm going to do, he cited a Supreme Court case, Collender versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352, 1983. And it says, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. Now, I'm not even going, did you get arrested, Mr. Grayson-Bey?
I was obtained.
So if there's no arrest, then how is this even pertinent here?
And under my jurisdiction, that's an arrest.
Well, we're not under your jurisdiction.
Once he touched my vehicle, it was a violation.
Well, listen, I don't recognize your jurisdiction in this court. I recognize the state of Michigan ordinances and laws, and the Michigan court rules.
Exactly. Nobody recognized their jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction. I'm so glad that this judge is putting this man in place because it's about time.
So I'm going to conclude that this based on this document that you've given me, this would be your lead case. That I'm not going to consider that necessarily an arrest. You weren't taken into custody, were you?
Yeah, he touched me.
I know. Okay, that's yeah. I don't have anything. If that's your authority that I just read as far as your Moorish nation, I don't understand that.
On Your Honor, also I'm not asking for a jury trial. I'm asking for you to make this decision. I'm asking for you.
But I told you that I'm not going to waive your jury trial rights. You're going to let
I don't want a jury trial. I want you.
I
trust you.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I trust you. I think you can make a firm decision and what's going on here. I'm pretty sure you see.
I want to make a decision right now on this stuff right now on most of it. All I told you I'm going to do is the failure to ID.
All right, sure. I don't want this to hang up now.
The failure, false info, and ID. I'm not going to make a decision on that. I'm going to let a jury make the decision on that.
I'm not really getting an understanding. I mean, I don't think you can even find 12 Moorish people to even judge me or my peers. I mean, I'm not even going to consent to that. So I don't understand.
Well, how are you going to let me? Why do you want me to do it? I'm not Moorish.
Excuse me, Your Honor. How dare you admit that you're not Moorish? You don't even know what you just did. You just denationalized yourself. What in the doohickey is wrong with you?
Well, then you need to file a motion to dismiss this case.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You got to file those motions on your own.
I'm telling you verbally right now. I'm filing a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to grant the motion.
Take it to the next level. I'm not paying. That's just it. I'm Moorish American, man. I'm Moorish American. Okay? I'm not going to go back. That's my birthright.
Listen, I understand that. Listen, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not disputing.
Right. I don't even think the prosecutor even wanted to attempt to even battle this. And it's not even against you, Judge. I understand your situation. You wants to be the ref. You can be the referee in this, but I don't think the prosecutor even want to go through this.
All right.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna grant it.
Okay. Well, do what you do,
Mr. Morgan, go ahead and speak with Ms. Tucker and Mr. Greer. All right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker, can you go back to the breakout room? Just tap your prompt. Tap your prompt, please.
Your Honor, I need you to accuse yourself of this case.
All right, no, I'm going to continue on. So that's the case he cited.
I filed a motion for you to accuse yourself.
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. Well.
You can put it in writing. I'll deny it. So let's continue on with this notice to all law enforcement that the Supreme Court case was cited, and I haven't read that case yet, but I'll look it up. There is no such thing as failure to identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. Okay, so he cited some cases here, State versus Robinson. That's looks like a Maryland case. State versus Mobley in those North Carolina case. State versus Adams versus State, Georgia case. And I guess you're saying on those cases that the person did not have to you can sue the police, that they sued the police and successfully sued the police for their a wrongful arrest and resistant arrest. Personal.
Your Honor, excuse me. I also have Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Well, that's on the next. I'm going under the failure to identify heading there.
Oh, okay.
That's under the next heading. So the next heading is personal liberty, the right or power of locomotion, of changing one's situation, or moving one's person to whatsoever place one's own inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint, unless by due course of law. Unless by due course of law. Now, I don't know where you got this. If this is the law, you didn't cite anything from that.
It goes on into Thompson versus Smith, the right of a citizen to travel.
Okay, the right of a citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport one's property thereon, either by carriage or automobile, is not a mere privilege which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right which she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And again,
I believe I've read
Murlock versus.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, let's deal with this one right quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, what are you saying? What do you believe this case says?
Are you referring to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
It says what it says. I'm just waiting on your decision. I'm here to defend my birthright and my nationality. When you say that 5-pointed star on the street, leave me alone. That's my nationality. That's all I ask for. We should be questioning the officer for even bringing me to you. They got to have respect for that nationality, and that's all I'm here to prove. My nationality and my birthright. All that other color stuff and colorism calling me black, I'm not permitting that. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me over because I'm driving around black. That is real. DWB is real. But when you turn around and have a nationality, that's where it stops. He probably shouldn't have brought me to you, and that's the issue. We should be holding him accountable for his actions, not you or the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor don't even want to battle this. But I'm going to stand on my birthright and my nationality. That's my right. That's my common law. I'm very passionate about it, Your Honor, as you can see. So if I seem a little upset or if I get a little, mischief at you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But my birthright will stand. I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Moorish American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir, but what in the doohickey are you talking about? You said a whole bunch of nothing, but the truth did come out. You're tired of paying taxes. You can't afford to pay insurance. So this is why you magically now found your nationality. You think nationality is going to get you out of responsibility. Sir, you are a freaking joke. Please with this nonsense.
Okay. Let's go back to what you filed here. Thomas versus Smith, 154 Southeast 579. I think you need to read that in its entirety, because this is one of the cases that I've seen before that has been filed, and it appears to the court that it's saying exactly the opposite of what you believe it's saying. It is saying that the city can revoke your license. You don't have the authority to operate a vehicle on the city streets.
You want to battle the dead entity. That's what it is. You want to charge me on this dead entity side, and I can't.
No, I don't know what you mean by charging on the dead. I'm going by. Wait a minute. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
Let's get it. You're right.
You filed this.
That's right.
You cited this case law. Okay, so you're saying, and I'm giving you the benefit of going over this stuff.
Thank you.
This is another case that I'm gonna that you cited, that I am going to tell you that it's actually Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham. This is the court actually takes offense to you filing this.
It's a court case.
I do.
It's a court case. How will you be offensive?
I'm taking offense to you filing this and using this in your filing as a reason for you not to have a driver's license. And I don't know if you've read this case or not. It doesn't seem and appear that you've read any of these cases thoroughly, because I've gone through each one of these cases at different times, and if each of them say exactly the opposite of what you appear that it says. And the Shuttlesworth case goes back to a time in history where we're still dealing with, where Reverend Shuttlesworth was a reverend in Birmingham, Alabama. And you're citing this case to saying that Shuttlesworth was saying that he can drive without a valid driver's license.
Definitely travel.
That analogy to this case, and it's saying nothing of that sort. And I wish you would take time and read to what this case is saying, because I don't even think you, as a Moorish American, would I think you would retract this case law right here from what you've filed.
You can tell that the judge is utterly disgusted with this whole sovereign citizen movement, and currently he is disgusted with this Moorish man citing all of these cases that he has no clue of what they even mean. These people are making complete fool of themselves. When are they going to recognize that this sovereign citizen nonsense isn't the way? This is embarrassing. You are embarrassing yourself, sir.
You're using the people in the civil rights era who are trying to fight for their rights to march on down a public street. That's what this case was about. He's taken his congregation down a public street. He walked them on the sidewalk. He did not interfere with any traffic, and he crossed the street not against the lights or anything, and they still arrested Mr. Shuttlesworth for not having a license to congregate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
you're right.
And you're saying that he needs to have a license. That is analogous to you not having a license to drive.
If he want to proclaim he's black, he needed a license.
All right, I'm done with this. I've spent enough time on this, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule on the cases ahead of trial for the refusal to exhibit driver's license. I'm going to find you guilty of that. For the refusal of for having no insurance and no proof, I'm going to find you responsible. I'm going to find you responsible for an expired plate. We'll go to trial on the seatbelt, on a formal hearing on the seatbelt issue tomorrow, and the false ID tomorrow. All right, that's going to be the ruling of the court. If there's nothing further, Mr.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor. Can you send that information in writing? You have the address.
It's going to be on the ROA. And you can get a transcript made up by the court, all right?
Okay.
What time you gotta be?
What time is court tomorrow?
It's going to be, come on at 8:30.
Okay, you're going to do this again? Because no jury trial.
It's going to be a jury trial, all right?
I want a jury trial.
But you don't make the rules. This is my courtroom.
Tomorrow I'm going to request and
jury trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Very well.
Your Honor, this is the prosecutor. I just want to find out what counts I need to communicate to my office that they're going to be a trial on.
We're going to be on SP 146-39002. We're going to be on a formal hearing on that. SP 146-39001 is going to be dismissed. I mean, strike that. Is going to be responsible. SP 146-39003 is going to be responsible. SP 146-40991 is going to be guilty, and that's based on the filings that he's filed. And then SP 146-43761 will be trial. Formal hearing, trial. Tomorrow, December the 5th, 2023, be here at 8:30. We'll get ready. All right? Okay, have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This Moorish sovereign citizen made a complete fool of himself. I wonder how he's going to do at his next court hearing.
City of Detroit versus Javaar Grayson, case number SP 146-3900, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 146-40991. SP 146-43761. Appearance for the record, please.
Grayson-Bey.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Grayson-Bey.
Truth Science appearing on behalf of YouTube, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning to you, sir.
Your Honor, I'm going to represent myself in this matter. And for the record, my name is Grayson-Bey.
All right. City of Detroit versus Javaar Grayson-Bey. I'm trying to get Mr. Ambrose out of the breakout room, Ms. Snyder. Your offer, sir, is a $240 fine, failure to display, and a seatbelt ticket. You pay those, we'll close the other matters out. That will abstract to the Secretary of State. And then the seatbelt ticket is $65. So $240, $65. We'll close the matters. We'll close the matters out. That'll be a failure to display. It will abstract, but it won't carry any points.
Sir, just pay the fines and move on with your life. There is absolutely no reason to make this more complicated than it has to be. Just pay the fines and keep it moving.
And today is the date and time set for a trial.
Your Honor, today was supposed to be set for trial, and I don't consent to any of this.
Okay, it is set for trial. I just gave you your offer so that you can you go in? Okay, there. I just gave you your offer so you could.
I'm not accepting that. I won't accept that offer.
All right, Mr. Corporal Ambrose, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Corporal Brian Ambrose. Detroit Police Department, badge 415.
Good morning to you. Okay, let's go. Are you ready to proceed, Corporal Ambrose?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I would object to holding this trial. I believe he stated that he's a different person. We have a ticket for a Mr. Javaar Grayson. Grayson-Bey is an entirely different person. We don't have jurisdiction over. We don't have a case over. I would object to holding that trial.
I'm going to deny the objection. He just said he's Grayson-Bey. Just I don't think he's objecting to
I object to that, Your Honor. I'm objecting, and I also questioning jurisdiction.
I like to see that. The prosecutor is not about to play these foolish games with this Moorish sovereign citizen. It's either you are the person who got the ticket or you're not. And if you're not, then you should be issued a warrant for failure to show up to court.
Okay. Well, I'm denying your motion about jurisdiction, sir. The court has jurisdiction over you, so are you ready to proceed, Mr. Grayson-Bey?
No, I'm not. I object to anything that you call yourself doing. Also, I'd like to add that I sent this Brian and brochure. I sent him a COL. It's a cut-off law form. I warned him about this situation. This process is also in Wayne County. He's being sued. We can continue this all day. I also will add you to the case if you want to continue this. This needs to be dismissed today. Today.
Whoa, you heard that? This needs to be dismissed today. This Moorish sovereign citizen sounds like he's getting pretty aggressive. But I'm pretty sure that isn't going to work in a court of law. The judge isn't just going to dismiss the case today just because you tell him to. It's not how things work.
And I will see Brian Ambrosius in 3 weeks in Wayne County.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and proceed because it's not going to be dismissed today. Okay. So you can do what you want to do over in circuit court, then have your way. That is your right. I don't know how you're proceeding in circuit court when you feel that this court doesn't even have jurisdiction over you. So let's go ahead and proceed. Corporal Ambrose, you want to speak with them before we proceed, Ms. Snyder?
Yes, Your Honor, and I do think we just need to clear up on the record that Your Honor has denied my motion to not have this matter heard today based on this defendant saying he is not the defendant before us. And also that defendant has agreed that he is not the defendant before us, while Your Honor is telling us to still do this trial. I need to make sure that's clear on the record.
Yeah, I don't think that he's denying that he's not Javaar Grayson-Bey. Are you denying that you're not Javaar Grayson-Bey, sir?
I am the living person, Grayson-Bey, in living form. Javaar Grayson is an artificial.
However he wants to articulate it, we'll let him articulate that. He's Grayson-Bey. He's Javaar Grayson-Bey. His mom gave him that name. I don't think that's any dispute. Okay, so
that name has a social security card attached to it. It also has.
I think it's going to be pretty quick, Ms. Snyder. I'll put you in a breakout room with Corporal Ambrose and put it that way. It is just an expired plate, a seatbelt ticket, no proof of insurance. What is this other thing? Refuse to exhibit license and a false information ID. So just join the breakout room, have a conversation with Corporal Ambrose, and then we'll just hear it. And if he has a right to remain silent, he says he doesn't want to be represented by a lawyer, and you can just put your case on the record, and I'll have to make a decision based on that. All right. Rejoin the room, please. I'm gonna pass the matter, Mr. Grayson-Bey, and give them opportunity to talk. Okay. All right. Okay.
Now I understand why the prosecutor just wants to issue this man a warrant, because he's being a fool and he doesn't want to admit his name to be the name on the ticket. But the judge, and I also understand why the judge doesn't want to go that route, because he knows, even though this Moorish sovereign citizen is in court playing these name games, he knows that he's the right person in court. So in essence, the judge is doing this man a favor, and I'm sure this Moorish sovereign citizen doesn't even realize that the judge is actually helping him out here.
6 hours later.
Are we ready, Ms. Schneider, on
My supervisor has advised me to file an interlocutory appeal, Your Honor.
an interlocutory appeal on my motion, on your motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Or I suppose time to brief the issue, maybe on this record, or I'd leave in Your Honor's discretion.
Let's see does that interlocutory appeal, if that is,
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Are we back on the record for Grayson?
yeah, let's go back on the record with Mr. Javaar Grayson-Bey. Now, there's that interlocutory appeal. I mean, I have to, proceed. I mean, I got the discretion of whether I want to allow you to do that or not, or just proceed, and you can file your appeal. Correct? Give me the law on that. You're muted, Miss. You're muted, Miss Schneider.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My supervisor is talking to me over the wall, so it's hard to hear two people at once.
Okay.
The court rule is, I think she might be coming back. It's MCR 7.205.
Be quiet.
MCR 7.212C. 212C.
This sovereign citizen doesn't even realize that effectively he has started an argument between the judge and the prosecutor's office, and that the judge is actually fighting on his behalf. This is rather strange.
Maya, come here. Can't turn this on the floor. Pantry is going to keep them. Go get a pan.
Hurry up. 205 application for leave to appeal, and you said what was the citation? What were the other?
7.212, but that's just saying the format for briefs.
I have 7.205 as application for leave to appeal. And this is Court of Appeals.
You have 21 days.
Appeals to Circuit Court, 7.105. So 7.105 application for leave to appeal. I'm reading from Coran B. 1D. if the order appealed is interlocutory, setting forth facts showing how the appellant would suffer substantial harm by awaiting final judgment before taking an appeal.
Yes, Your Honor. So my answer to that, I just made it to that part of the order too. My answer would be that the people would suffer harm because the defendant has already stated that he is filing what we believe, of course, to be frivolous, but you know, the facts will prove themselves as they go.
Hold on, you broke up a little bit.
Can you repeat the last few words? I'm sorry, you broke up during the statement.
We believe that the substantial harm that the people would suffer would be the defendant has already stated he's filing numerous lawsuits against the court, against the parties, against the officer. We believe we'd be giving him a golden parachute. It's just one more issue to add to his level of appeals. This is one issue that needs to be clarified. Of course, he will be found, I believe, through fingerprints to be either the person given that ticket or Javaar Grayson, the person given the ticket, will be given a capious warrant and we can move on. But I do believe that this issue needs to be handled before we make a further record. I have a duty to mitigate the city's damages. And I believe that's what we're doing and what I was advised to do by my supervisor.
But how would the city be harmed at all if we proceed? What would be any harm for the city? Especially if you acknowledge the fact that you think that by fingerprints that would be Mr. Javaar Grayson.
But Your Honor, what we think and what we can prove as a matter of the record and as the court of law is different. I do understand. I believe he's being frivolous. I think he is wasting the court's time. But I do think that as lawyers, as a court of law who do have to face appellate issues, this is something that we need to clear up on the record and have a clear record, such as a chain of custody of who Mr. Grayson is. I don't think it would take that long. Or we could solve this today with giving Javaar Grayson a capious warrant and let Bay, whoever he may be, go on about his business. Either or. But I do think that having this trial over both of our objections is not the correct answer.
Now, I agree with what she's saying because she doesn't want to play these stupid games with this Moorish sovereign citizen. So in essence, the people would suffer harm because now you let this man come into court and play these name and sovereign citizen games. So now when the next sovereign citizen comes in, if you let this dude get away with all that nonsense, you're going to have to let the next person get away with it too, which would be harming society. You have to run court pretty much with an iron fist. Do not let these sovereign citizens come in the courtrooms playing these stupid games, because if you let them get away with it once, then they will be able to continue to get away with it in the future.
I just don't feel. I just don't feel.
You can't stand
one. I don't see any harm in proceeding. He's already indicated that he is Javaar Grayson, except he wants to be acknowledged as Javaar Grayson-Bey, or he's the living. I don't know how he termed it. Person of Javaar Grayson-Bey. I don't think that, as a matter of fact, when Corporal Ambrose came in the room and introduced himself, I saw Mr. Grayson-Bey sort of kind of had a look on his face. And to me, I took that look as he knows Corporal Ambrose. And there's no question. I haven't asked Corporal Ambrose is if this is the person that he pulled over, but I'll definitely let you ask Corporal Ambrose that. But I don't think that there is any sort of identity issue here. I think the issue comes into something that we've seen probably, I don't know how many times, and I'm sure we're going to see it more in the future. And I agree that those things are frivolous and they do not apply. So I don't see anywhere where we can't proceed with this. Not unless Corporal Ambrose says that to you and through you that this is not, I don't recognize this person that's here. And was this not the person that, or even if there was, I would even allow Mr. Grayson-Bey to put on a identity defense and say that wasn't me. He didn't. That wasn't the defense. I don't know what his defense is going to be.
Your Honor, may I?
But no, you can't. No, you can't. No. When I ask you to, when I want you to speak,
No
I'll allow
problem.
you to speak. I'm going to give you that opportunity.
No problem.
So to settle this matter about your objection, it's like if the court rules bound me not to proceed because you wanted an interlocutory appeal, then that would be the court rules would bind me to do so. But I don't know of a court rule that's going to bind me not to appeal. And I just don't see in what harm it will be to any other parties, the defense or the city, by us proceeding in this fashion. I understand he's got cases over in circuit court. He may have cases over in federal court. I don't know. But here again, we're here. The parties are present, and I'm satisfied at least that's the Mr. Javaar Grayson-Bey, that the person, we have the right person here in court today.
I must say, this is a very interesting dialogue that this Moorish sovereign citizen has started in court. Because I get both sides of the argument. The prosecutors don't want to play these stupid games, but at the same time, the judge is like, hey, even though this guy's playing these stupid games, we know he really is the person that got the ticket. So I see both sides of the argument, and it's crazy that this Moorish sovereign citizen so ignorantly sparked such dialogue. This is actually fascinating.
So I'll let you make a last minute record, Ms. Schneider.
Can I just have one? My supervisor walked away. Can I have 1 second to go talk to her?
Yes. Now you can. Well, let's see if you want to. If Mr. Grayson has anything, I'm gonna allow him an opportunity to speak so you can hear what he has to say.
Now I already know from experience that this Moorish sovereign citizen isn't about to add any value to the conversation. I'm willing to bet that he is about to say something idiotic.
Go ahead, Mr. Grayson-Bey.
Your Honor, I sent you a declaration of notice stating who I am and the fraud, Javaar Grayson. I sent you the paperwork. This was over 3 or 4 months ago. I'm pretty sure you had plenty of time to read and understand the situation. And that, like I said, again, that is my declaration of notice. You should have that in the file as we speak.
Anything further?
And I object to this. And again, your court system has no jurisdiction over it.
Give me a point to a court rule or put your legal objection on the record. What is your objection?
My objection is jurisdiction.
Okay, I deny that objection.
You see, I knew he wasn't about to say anything of any relevance.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Snyder. We'll pass the matter. We'll allow you to speak with your supervisor. All right.
7 hours later.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Grayson-Bey. Are you there, Mr. Grayson-Bey?
Yes, I am.
What I will do, listen, Ms. Snyder, let's go back on the record with Ms. Grayson. What I will do is I will pass this matter and I will reset this trial date for an in-person, because I think this is one that needs to be in person. We can't, it's been some stuff that Mr. Grayson-Bey has said that he has filed with this court. He says he sent me some stuff. I don't have that in front of me.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree. Set this man's next court date for an in-person hearing so that way when he acts a fool, you can lock his ass up.
There's it in the file. And this one seems like it's going to necessitate some, it's going to necessitate a trial and I think that this one is best to be done in person. So what I will do is I will reset this trial date. That will give me an opportunity, one, to get the documents that, if they exist, that Mr. Grayson-Bey has said that he has filed with this court. And then two, that'll have both of the parties here in person. All right, so I'm gonna reset this matter for a January 9th in-person trial date. Now that is gonna do. Now let me ask you this, sir. You understand you have a right to a trial by jury, correct? Mr. Grayson-Bey?
I'm just challenging jurisdiction. Also, for the record, I sent Detroit Police Department 12th Precinct a declaration of notice. I also sent them a COL, which is a color of law.
Listen, Mr. Grayson-Bey. Listen, Mr. Grayson-Bey. I don't care about that stuff. All I care about is what's here before me right now.
Okay. Did you get the declaration of notice?
I don't. If I did, it's not in the file. I'm not going to say I didn't.
Okay, I'll send you another copy.
Let's make this a jury trial too.
I send you a copy. No, we're not. It's not a jury trial.
No,
you have a situation in your hands. No jury trial. You have a situation in your hands. Make a decision today, Your Honor. Make a decision.
I don't know why you made it.
Can I have a breakout room with Mr. Grayson?
No. It's not going to be a breakout room with him. Let's give him a jury trial date.
Oh, jury trial.
Yes. Let's just go ahead and he's not running this show.
I have Judge Carmen.
Okay.
Do you have somebody like you want to assign to this case?
Not necessarily. I mean, anybody can, I'm sure, handle it.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, let's get it.
If Miss, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking. Let's go off the record. Miss Harris, do you want the case of the Gomez Lopez?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I can't hear no more.
By ear.
No, it's not. We're not talking about your case. We're off the record with your case. We get a jury trial date. Let a jury of his peers make the determination.
And I think we'll clean up the record issue with him in person. Judge, let me know when you're ready for the date.
All right, let's get a jury trial date.
For mine too. These are, and so it's the 17th. Next day will be.
Okay. The 14th of November. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Javaar Grayson, the 14th of November.
Maybe we should do December. Let's see how December is.
Okay, December the 5th. Tuesday, December the 5th, jury trial.
Don't get it.
We'll not schedule anything else on that day.
Okay.
Tuesday, December the 5th, 9 a.m. we will do. As far as motions are concerned, I'm going to set some motion. So, what was that comment, sir? Mr. Grayson-Bey?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Was that comment?
No comment. Listening. Let's go.
All right. Let's set a motion date for November the 10th. That's when Mr. Grayson.
That's Veterans Day, sir.
By your ear.
Okay, good. Let's set motion due. Well, the motion will be due by motions due by November the 9th. That's for both parties. The responses to the motions will be by November the 17th. And we will set a final pretrial date a day before on December the 4th, 2023. So technically, you'll have a court date that can be, it can be on Zoom for the final pretrial date of December 4th. If there hasn't any resolution, I'll get my ruling on the motions on that day. And then we'll set the jury trial date for December the 5th, 2023 at 9 a.m. All right? You got that, Mr. Grayson-Bey?
No, you gave me 10 dates, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a declaration of notice.
I did not give you 10 dates.
I count, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got December the 5th, December the 4th. I got November the 9th. I got also November the 17th for a response. That's 1, 2. That's like what, 5?
I counted 4. You counted 10 at first. Now you're counting 5.
I just want to get this matter resolved, man. I just want to get this matter resolved.
I'm not your man.
Let's resolve it today.
It's not gonna be resolved today. Come back. Well, you got the dates. Motions due by November the 9th. Responses are due by November the 17th. Final pretrial date December the 4th. I'll rule on the motions on that day, and then jury trial date December the 5th. Have a great day, sir. Best of luck to you. December the 5th at 9 a.m. The pretrial on December the 4th is at 8:30. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That'll conclude it. Good morning. You all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good day.
Corporal Ambrose, you be safe out there. Very good to see you. Have a good day.
Good to see you. Have a good one.
All right, that'll conclude it, Mr. Grayson-Bey. You're free to leave.
Good morning. The 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Donald Coleman presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, chewing gum, or reading any material. Thank you.
Thank you. This is case number 23-152244. This is Javaar Grayson versus Brian Ambrose. The matter is before the court where there is an application for entry of a default judgment. The court has set the matter on in regard to that motion. Your appearance for any attorney who's appearing on either side, your appearance in first instance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Christopher Michaels, P83156, on behalf of Police Officer Brian Ambrose. And briefly, there was also the defendant's motion to dismiss in lieu of answer was filed. I don't know if today is the date and time for that as well.
I do have that matter that was filed with the court June the 30th and submitted to the court. So that is an issue that's before the court as well. All right, and do I have Javaar Grayson on the Zoom? Say something if you're here at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. Javaar Grayson representing myself.
All right, thank you, Mr. Grayson. Good morning to you as
Good morning.
well. So, all right, I see that there is the, let me address the issue of the application for entry of default judgment in this matter. On what basis are you saying, Mr. Grayson, that you should be entitled to entry of default judgment in this matter, sir?
Excuse me, Your Honor, but are you sure you want to ask this Moorish sovereign citizen a question like that so early in the hearing? Because I'm sure he's going to answer it with a bunch of jibber jabber.
Well, Your Honor, we sent documents into you stating that I'm a national a Moorish American, and this highwayman has no jurisdiction over me. And we sent that information to you, and also sent, I believe I have a court People versus Battle as a reference in the case.
I think that you're addressing something that don't have anything to do with my question. You submitted to the court a default request. Now, on one hand, you're telling me that the court doesn't have jurisdiction. You telling me that the court doesn't have jurisdiction, and you're not submitting to the jurisdiction of the court. Then why are you filing something in this court if you believe the court doesn't have jurisdiction?
Your Honor, I've been waiting for a judge to ask a sovereign citizen that question for so long, and I am eager to hear this man's answer.
I'm sorry, the jurisdiction that doesn't have jurisdiction, the 36th District Court, a traffic court, that's not pertaining to you. What I decided to do was send you basically every information to communicate what I've been doing basically in 36th District Court, as well as this procedure.
I'm not a traffic court judge. I'm a civil judge. But I don't know what are you talking about?
Yes, sir. And I understand that.
All right, Mr. Michaels, address yourself, if you will, to both issues. One is the motion for entry of default, and then secondly, which I believe these issues might collide, the motion to dismiss in lieu of filing an answer. So go right ahead, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did receive a copy of the request for default this week, so I had no opportunity to respond. Obviously, the city or the city law department who is representing this police officer filed its motion back in June, dismiss in lieu of an answer. So I don't believe there's any grounds whatsoever for a default judgment. The brief speaks pretty clearly on its face for why a dismissal is appropriate. There is no viable claim stated in plaintiff's original complaint, and since the defendant is was at the time and still is a police officer, he would be entitled to governmental immunity. It appears that it's some sort of dispute regarding traffic tickets or citations that were given for various matters that are currently pending in front of Judge Perkins right now. So it also appears to be some sort of collateral attack against those proceedings, which is under Michigan rules not permitted. So we would ask this court dismiss this case under any of those grounds.
Well, certainly. Let me begin with the default request. I don't see where the defendant is in default in this matter. He's responded to the complaint. Default is when a party fails to act in the judicial proceeding, in a court proceeding, failed to act when they should have acted, and that therefore the court would be required to enter their default because of their failure. Things like failure to answer the complaint or failure to file a responsive pleading. The responsive pleading that was filed in this matter was filed in June. The case was filed, looks like June the 13th, 2023. The motion was filed June the 30th. That's certainly within the time required by law to do a responsive pleading. So I don't see any basis for default. Default is like if the defendant did not answer or didn't file a response, then the plaintiff could move for entry of default. I don't see a basis for entry of default in this matter. No, so the motion and application for entry of default is denied. There's nothing about this case that shows that the plaintiff is in default, or for that matter, that defendant is in default on anything. Neither party is in default. The case is right where it's supposed to be, and that is that there's been a complaint filed, and then there's been a responsive pleading. That responsive pleading is a motion to dismiss in lieu of filing an answer. If the plaintiff didn't file, if the defendant didn't file a motion, he would have had to file an answer to the complaint. So when there's a complaint, you got to answer within a certain period of time by either filing a written answer or by filing a motion. Sometimes there's a motion for a more definite statement. Sometimes there's a motion to dismiss. because the complaint is deficient or it has some legal flaw involved. This motion to dismiss and will answer is filed alleging and arguing that summary disposition should be granted, or that a motion that the court should dismiss the case because there's no legal grounds, no factual grounds for this case to stand on. What is this case about, Mr. Grayson, sir?
It's about a traffic, I guess is a some type of traffic ticket. It started off Brian Ambrosius stopping me, and I believe I have the right to travel. It started with that, and I do understand the default judgment. What are you that you are saying, and what is pertaining to? We are still ready to proceed with the case.
So it seems that this Moorish sovereign citizen is suing a police officer for giving him traffic tickets, and he wanted a default judgment. This dude doesn't have a clue, and he is clearly going to lose. And when these sovereign citizens file these frivolous cases in court, they should be penalized if they lose the case, or this is just going to keep happening.
What exactly is your cause of action? Because I don't think that you stated a cause of action that upon which the court could move forward with the complaint.
Well, actually, in traffic court 936 district, there's action being taken against me as we speak. This is a current case, and 36 district court has no jurisdiction over me. That's why I decided to bring it into civil court common law. And this is a 6-month case that's still going on. So,
all right, Mr. Michael, you get the last word on your motion.
Right. Yes. Very briefly, there was nothing filed by plaintiff, but it does sound like he's disputing his traffic tickets in this court, which is a collateral attack, which the Michigan court rules and do not allow. So I think that's the best ground to dismiss this case, and we would ask this court.
I object, Your Honor. I'm disputing my birthright. I'm disputing my right to travel.
All right, I got it. All right, and that you failed to state of action upon which the court can grant relief. This case and the complaint in this matter will be dismissed. It's dismissed without prejudice, meaning that if you could formulate a cause of action that is recognized in the Michigan law, then you can bring the matter. If you can formulate case law or some type of law that supports your cause of action. It sounds like part of what is being said here is that as a sovereign person, you have the right to travel and et cetera, et cetera. And there is some basis for the same, but yet there is law that allows for law enforcement to stop individuals that are traveling upon the roadways. And so if that is what the cause of action is that they don't have the right to stop me, there is nothing in Michigan law that recognizes that. If, on the other hand, you find some basis to establish that the stop was in the form of some illegal activity, harassment, some advance against your person that is not permitted under law or done under color of law, but not permitted under the Constitution, then you certainly have the right to bring an action here or in circuit court or in federal court. This case does not have any grounding to it. For that reason, the complaint is dismissed in this matter. Again, the complaint is dismissed without prejudice. And that would be a final order regarding this particular file. Good day to both sides. I wish you well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will the court be entering the order, or do you want me to submit it?
If you would submit it, Mr. Michaels, that would be helpful. I will send you a chat to address where you want to send that. And that would be helpful. So I'm chatting that to you now, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
So pretty much This Moorish sovereign citizen just attempted to sue a police officer for doing his job. This right here is maddening. I don't even understand how they allow this to even make it to court. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm glad the judge just dismissed the case.
All right, this is going to be the city of Detroit versus Javaar Tyrone Grayson. Case number SP 146436761, SP 146409991, SP 1463900, counts 1, 2, and 3. State your name for the record. Grayson-Bey, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
State your name for the record.
Grayson-Bey.
All right. This is today is the date and time set for a jury trial. Ms. Schneider, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexis Schneider for the people, P80322. For the record, the issuing officer, Officer Ambrose, was present, although I released him.
Mr. Grayson-Bey, we didn't conclude some of the. First of all, I want to get the record straight from yesterday. I did mention, and you did cite. Where's Mr. Grayson-Bey's file? Yes, but I brought it back downstairs. Yes. I wanted to clear up something I said on the record as far as the case that you cited out of Alabama, that I was incorrect as far as the facts of that case. Mr. Reverend Shuttles Reverend Shuttlesworth was not the case where they were walking down the street and did not obtain the license to assemble. That was a case where he has another reverend organized a sit-in and at a restaurant. And they were ticketed. And the unfortunate part about it is, and that's just how our society is, and it was, and still is for the most part, is that this case had to go all the way to the United States Supreme Court for him to get justice on this case. But again, you're citing cases, sir, that you're not even reading what the cases are about. I can actually fine you. That's something a lawyer would be can be brought up to the grievance commission on and potentially lose their license. All the cases in there, all the cases that you have cited are saying exactly the opposite of what you purport. Have you looked at any of them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you read them?
Your Honor, it's quite obvious that he didn't read any of the cases, because if he did, then he wouldn't be trying to use those as his defense. What we have here is a case of a Moorish sovereign citizen going on the internet, copying, pasting some stuff, printing it, and then sending it into the court. That's it. These people do not do research. They act as if they do research, but then when you go through it, we see what you are explaining. They have no idea what they're doing. They're lost. It's ridiculous.
When did you do that last night?
I've been studying Moorish science. My religion is Moorish science. As you can see, if it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck, it tells you it's a duck, it's pretty much a duck. So I'm Moorish science. So I've been studying for over 10 years. And
but you haven't been studying.
No disrespect to you, Your Honor. I just want to remain mute to the fact and acknowledge that my mother is here, the matriarch of my family, and so I just want to remain mute to this case in this matter. And the floor is yours. This is your courtroom. No disrespect. My mother is here.
No.
Excuse me, sir, but what in the doohickey are you talking about? What does you studying Moorish science have to do with this court case? You just said Moorish science is your religion. What does your religion have to do with anything, sir? You are not making any sense.
Ma'am, can you stand up and state your name, please?
My name is Mary Grayson Hall.
Good morning, Ms. Grayson Hall. And I'm not, it's nothing about, you can see it. I just wanted you to acknowledge, I do acknowledge the fact, and I appreciate the fact that you have support here. The court always recognizes that. That's why I asked you to stand up. But you want to remain mute now, but you didn't remain mute when you filed these pleadings. This is how you speak to the court, exactly the way you did. Now, maybe the form is not exactly the way the court kind of or the rules have applied, but I understand you're in pro per and you might not know all of those rules. But when you start filing these documentations, you're speaking to the court and you're representing that this is the current state of the law as this is the current state of the law, and this stuff applies to your case, and I should be reading this stuff and be able to interpret what you're saying about your case through these cases. And when I read these cases, it says exactly the ones that I've read, and I've seen these cases filed before, it says exactly the opposite of what you're trying to say. Because what I understand you're trying to say is that you're trying to say that you don't need a valid driver's license to drive on the roads, you don't need proper registration on your vehicle, and you don't need proper insurance. And you're even going as far as saying that the police officers, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the police officers do not even have the authority to pull you over. Is that correct?
Again, Your Honor, I remain mute to the situation. Again, I reply, my mother is here. No due respect to the court. My matriarch is here. And I gave you pretty much documents to read. And I'm standing on those documents, and I'm gonna remain mute. Thank you.
All right, so
this is hilarious. Now you want to remain in silence because your mommy is in court? You should have thought about that before you started citing all of those ridiculous case law. This man doesn't want to get embarrassed in front of his mother. My thing is, why tell her to show up to your court hearing if you're going to be too embarrassed to now make those same arguments that you would if she wasn't there? This literally makes no sense. I think this man has some mental challenges.
All right, so I've already found you guilty of the count of refusing to exhibit a driver's license, SP 1464091. I'm going to fine you on that case $240. I've already found you responsible on SP 1463901, expired plate. I'm going to fine you $145 on that. And I've already found you responsible on SP 1463903, insurance no proof, And I say guilty on SP 146409191, and that's a 240 for the insurance. No proof. I'm gonna fine you $195 on that. All right. As far as the other counts, I had the note. Well, you told me off the record that you're going to dismiss SP 146437661 and SP 146390002. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So 145, 195, and $240, sir. When can you pay?
I will probably need after the holidays, maybe 3 months. I might get something up for you.
Are you working?
I do carpentry.
Yeah, you do carpentry. Are you working?
Yes. Yeah, I have jobs lined up.
Okay, so why do we need so much time?
They lined up. They're not completed. They're just future jobs that I have lined up.
So presently, you're not working?
Today, I'm not in court.
You got this play on words.
Yeah, I mean, traveling and driving. Yeah, it's the system. Play on word. I mean, it's the truth, though. I mean, I got to speak the truth to you, right? You respect the truth?
Now,
okay, I'm not working today. I'm not working.
No. You're not. I'm asking you, why is it taking 3 months to get up? I don't typically give out 3 months to pay fines, especially when somebody's working, and especially in a career that's a skilled trade, that's a very lucrative career. So I'm trying to give you the time you need, but I need to make a good basis for that. Because you're not giving me a good basis for giving you 3 months, and you're telling me you're a carpenter, and you're telling me you're working. Now, if you're telling me you're a carpenter and I'm not working currently, then that's something that I can go with. But you're telling me I'm just not working today.
Right.
I'm going to go to work tomorrow.
I'm
going to work tomorrow, and I'm going to work the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm not giving you 3 months.
Very optimistic. That's why I say, well, as this present, not, but yeah, tomorrow. I'm very optimistic about work. So yeah,
so you're not working
today. I'm not working tomorrow. I have grass work tomorrow.
Your Honor, it's plain to see this man does not have a job. He claims to be a carpenter, but yet he just said he has grass work tomorrow. The issue is he doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of his mother, because this man is clearly in his mid-40s, early 50s, and the questions that you're asking him is proving him to be a complete loser right in front of his mother. This is what Moorish science produces. It produces losers. These people find their magic nationality when they go through some trouble and they don't want to have to pay something because they don't have jobs. It is just that simple.
To do. There are schedules to do, and I do have a future as a job to have things to be done. But as you're saying, as I'm working, I'm telling you the truth. Not as now, no. If that clears, if that makes you feel comfortable, no, I'm not working.
I'm trying to ascertain.
No, I'm not working. I'm not working at this present moment. I'm not working.
And when you say you're working, you have some aspirations of
yes.
working, like everybody does. We're looking for, well, not everybody, because not everybody is trying to work.
Right, exactly.
So you're not working now, correct?
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Is this the kind of, I don't know, I want to make sure that you don't need any mental health services? Do you?
Are you questioning my mental capacity?
I'm asking, because I mean, you're giving me these play on words. You're giving me all of this stuff. I don't
speak the truth.
I don't feel you're speaking the truth to me.
I'm not working today at this present moment. I'm not working.
And you're not working. You don't have anything set for tomorrow.
No, I don't.
Right?
Nope, I don't.
You don't. Do you have anything set for next week?
No, I'm just anticipating things. You're right. I don't.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
give you, I'm just gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna give you, till March the 5th. You can either Zoom in or come in. I'm gonna give you till March the 5th to have the stuff paid off, all right?
Can I get a total of that?
You'll get a total with, Ms. Mathis here. All right. That'll conclude it, sir. I wish you the best of luck. I appreciate you, your mom coming in, and have a safe, happy holiday season, all right?
Oh,